Right now, you have a question. You already know what happens next. Your phone answers before you finish typing. You never had to think alone. 70,000 years ago, someone had a question. They could not Google an answer, so they turned to another human. That single act built the mind you're using right now. But something changed between then and now. You still ask the same question, you just stopped asking a person. What got lost in that switch? 3 million years ago, brains were small, about the size of a chimpanzee's. Then something strange began happening slowly. Brains started growing, generation after generation, not because food changed much, not because the climate got easier. Something else was rewiring the skull. Early humans started living in groups. Groups meant faces to remember daily. Every face carried hidden social debt. Tracking all of that took brain power, more than tracking any predator did. Your ancestors' brains grew from relationships, not from hunting alone in silence. Human children also stayed young longer than any other primate species. That extra time was not wasted. It was spent learning from elders. Intelligence began as a social tool, a tool built to read other people. So what were they really building? In the 1990s, a scientist noticed something. His name was Robin Dunbar. He studied primate brains for years. He expected tool use to matter most. Instead, one number predicted brain size, the size of the social group. Bigger groups meant bigger primate brains, not bigger territories or harder tools. He called it the social brain hypothesis. Human brains predicted an enormous number, about 150 stable relationships per person. We now call it Dunbar's number. Your brain evolved to hold people, not facts, people. That single finding changed everything we assumed. But bigger brains needed more fuel. The brain is greedy. Shockingly greedy. It is 2% of your weight. It burns 20% of your energy. Anthropologist Richard Wrangham found the missing fuel. He pointed to something surprisingly simple: fire. Cooked food released far more calories. Suddenly, brains had fuel to expand. But fuel alone does not explain everything. Brains also needed a reason to grow. That reason was other human minds. This need lit up new brain regions, especially the front part of your brain. That region tracks what others believe. Scientists call this theory of mind. It lets you guess hidden intentions. Gossip may have replaced physical grooming. Apes bond by picking through fur. Humans bonded by trading words instead. Words let more people bond at once. One voice could reach an entire group. Language became social grooming. At scale. This is why gossip still feels irresistible. Your brain rewards you for hearing it. You already do this every single day. You check on people without even noticing. That urge is ancient, not shallow. Every generation also passed knowledge forward. Children did not start from nothing. They inherited fire, tools, and language. Scientists call this cumulative culture. Each mind stood on older minds. That latter is the real intelligence, not one genius, one long relay. Now look at how you learn today. You do not ask a person first. You ask a glowing rectangle instead. It answers, but it barely knows you. No face answers back. No memory of your particular struggle. You can ask 1,000 questions daily, and still feel completely unknown afterward. Dunbar's number hasn't changed in years, but your daily contacts have exploded. You know hundreds of people online. You feel close to almost none. Your ancient brain wanted deep bonds. It got wide, shallow, constant noise. Somewhere, that trade feels like loss. A quiet loss you rarely name. Smart, but strangely, more alone. Here's the reframe you need tonight. You are not broken for feeling scattered. Your brain still runs ancient social code. It expects a tribe of 150 faces. Instead, it meets millions of strangers daily. Of course, it feels overwhelmed sometimes. That is wiring, not weakness in you. Every generation inherited minds before them. You inherited a mind built for closeness, not for infinite scrolling through strangers. Say this gently to yourself tonight. Your brain never learned to think alone. It borrows thoughts from everyone around it. That borrowing is not a weakness. It is literally how humans got smart, so the loneliness you feel makes sense. It is an ancient alarm, not damage. Your brain is begging for real contact. Not more tabs, not more scrolling, just one honest conversation with someone.